So switching gears a little bit, right now, a little bit. Right now, we're we're in the middle of a pandemic. What can people do? What would be like if you had three top things people should be doing right now to stay healthy? What do you think?
Three top things would definitely be at this point in time. We definitely need to maintain our health. That is the utmost, and the way we can do that is through the food that we're eating. So we have a decision every day, multiple times a day. That main decision that can alter our life is the choice that we put inside our body. And so if we're eating three times a day, that's three chances you can make a good decision for yourself every single day. And so we always want to start with food because that's what we've done for thousands and thousands of years. That's what provides nutrition. So we always want to make sure we're not eating a bunch of processed food. We want to try to stay away from inflammatory food because that will sabotage our immune system. So things that are heavy and hard for the body to break down, most gluten and grains, even a conventional dairy that has a lot of antibiotics and hormones and things in there. That stuff is literally going to sabotage the immune system. So we definitely want to keep an eye on diet and things that are coming in. So focusing on grass-fed meats, wild-caught fish, pasture-raised poultry, organic vegetables, leafy greens, seasonal fruit. Those are all the premise of where we should start from. And actually, a way to make that easy is to just think about nature. Like, what would we find in nature? Because that's always going to give us our answer. That's been working since before we even arrived on this planet. So if we always look at nature, what does nature provide? That is always the key to what we need to be putting into our body. Second step from there is maybe taking some extra precautions and knowing things. So see, technically, yeah, we could get vitamin D from the sun. However, we live in the Poconos right now, and so we're in Northeast PA, Northeast United States. We do not get adequate sun exposure to produce the vitamin D that we need. So in our particular case, we would want to bring in certain supplements such as vitamin D could be great for your immune system, vitamin C. So things that would be harder to get in those quantities through food, because technically, in theory, even something like vitamin C, yeah, oranges and lemons and grapefruits. But if this thing is picked in California 4 weeks ago and it wasn't even ripe, and now it's in a truck, and now the truck has to go across the United States to PA, and then this thing sits in a grocery store for another 2 weeks, yeah, technically, in theory, it should have vitamin C, but in actuality, it probably does not. And so supplements would always be the next place to look. The third place is lifestyle. How are we handling stress? Are we getting exercise? Are we getting out into nature? Are we getting fresh air? Are we getting sun exposure? These are all things that could be very easy. And these are all things, it's the simplest things that have the biggest impact. Even something like deep breathing. Oh, well, what is breathing for 2 or 3 minutes going to do for me? Well, if you're dealing with a lot of anxiety, or you're even dealing with pain and inflammation, or you're just on edge, I guarantee if you did deep breathing for a couple of minutes, it would definitely calm things down. It would help clear your head. So it's pretty much looking at the whole holistic picture. It's like, okay, what's coming into the body? If there's any deficiencies, we need to clear those deficiencies. And then how are we handling our life? How are our relationships? How do we handle stress? Are we getting activity? Are we not getting activity? And this is a prime time because right now, with a pandemic going on, we can see it as a negative thing, but if we flip the perspective and see it as a positive thing, it's a chance to get in tune with more of this stuff. Me personally, I've made it a rule to go for a walk for 2 hours a day. So I'm constantly outside. You get fresh air, nature. During that time, I'm listening to a podcast, or I'll listen to an audiobook. So you're killing two birds with one stone. Really just trying to monitor diet. I do quite a bit of intermittent fasting. So there's a lot of things we can be doing, and we'll feel a lot better because of it. Because when we feel good, our lives are so much better. Our relationships are going to be better. Businesses are going to be better. Everything that we do is going to be better, because when we feel like shit, we don't want to do anything. But when we feel good and energetic and clean and healthy, like we should, we can just get out into the world and enjoy life the way life is meant to be enjoyed.
Hey, free thinker, this human life is more amazing than we give credit for. The pain, the fun, the creativity, the mistakes, and the connected, shared experiences. We are here to expand. Let's do it together.